One of the most poignant parts of your book, Matthew, was I learned staring people in the face, there's nothing you can say. The only thing I can give someone in that moment is my presence, is this notion that you're not alone. You tell a beautiful story about suddenly people start recognizing you and this idea of Hollywood, it happened, right? It happened. The bomb goes off and it's as beautiful and it's a blessing as we can imagine. And it's got a dark side to it. And you took off over to a place I've been to off in Chama, New Mexico. And you met Brother Christian, and this idea of being known and being heard basically through silence. Tell me about that experience.
So I'd just gotten famous. All of a sudden, the world was a mirror. Over one weekend, it was when The Time to Kill came out. Over one weekend, my life changed. All of a sudden, I wasn't meeting strangers anymore. Everyone had a biography on me. Oh, I'm sorry, Matthew, about Miss Hud. And I'm in my mind going, number one, how'd you know I was Matthew? Number two, how'd you know I had a dog? Number three, how'd you know her name was Miss Hud? Number four, how'd you know she had cancer?
Whoa, that's a lot, man. Yeah.
Like you're just trespassing on my life. And so I was getting a lot of adulation as well. I was getting invited to do almost any script I wanted, where it's just 2 days before Time to Kill came out, I would have done any of those scripts for nothing. Right. And now they're just all of them. Right. And I'm like, I need to have some discernment right now to like choose what I want to do. When 2 days ago, I would have done any of these. And now you're telling me I can do all of them. I got to get out and go hear myself think, see what's going on. I mean, my feet are off the ground a little bit. So I went away out there to the, on that Chum River at that monastery. And I just need someone to talk to, shake some monkeys off my back. The world wasn't making sense. And I met this man, Brother Christian, and we went for a walk, about 4-hour walk. And he listened, hands behind back. We walked through that desert for 4 hours, and I talked the entire time. Guilty thoughts, guilty actions, what is right, what's making sense, this, that, and the other. I'm confused, blah, 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 blah. We finally come back around to the chapel 4 hours later. I mean, my face is soaking wet, dried tears with dust in them and everything else. And we sit down and I finish off my purge, my confession, basically. And he hadn't said one word in 4 hours. Finally, I finish. And I'm looking at the ground and I'm awaiting this dun 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 dun.
Yes.
Awaiting. Yes, you are in trouble, son. And here's what you got to do. Nothing. Silence. 15 seconds go by. I finally look up at him. And he's just staring at me. And he looks me in the eye, holds my eye line for about 3 seconds, and he says, "Me too." Oh, I crumbled, man. I was like, sometimes you don't need advice. Sometimes you just need to be let know, hey, man, it's the human condition, man. We're all in it. And he let me know by saying that while my problems were specific to me, they weren't original. They weren't. I didn't have complete ownership of those. I didn't have that ownership of that human condition. Everyone feels different versions of that. So he spread it out and let me know it's a human. It's part of living, man. Part of being a human. Well, and it allowed me to forgive myself in certain places and gave me the courage to change certain things that I need to change.
That theme of we're in it together just weaves its way through your book, and I'm of the belief that that's the most compassionate, needed sentiment across humanity. In my own home, here at my office, everywhere, in my kids' schools, is this notion that we're all in this together. And whether it's your old man saying, "Don't go halfway. If you're gonna go," right? Yeah. And your mom saying, "I love you and you're better than that," and your guy saying, "Don't let him smell fear, and then I'll introduce you." And then that monk in a monastery looking you in the eye and saying, "Hey, man, me too." And you have now given your readership a gift by saying, "Hey, I know every single one of you is stuck, going too fast, going too slow, wherever you may be. Me too." And I want to tell you, man, I'm grateful for you. Appreciate your time.